Welcome to Get Your FRQ On. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to evaluate a function from the graphing interface or find an x-intercept for a function from the graphing interface. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to use the calc menu, which we get by hitting second and then trace. That gets us our calc features. And if I do that, second trace, I'm going to be looking at options 1 and 2 here. The first one just evaluates a function, it finds the value, so let's do that. And since I'm doing this from my graphing interface, I do have a couple of different options. First, where do you want to evaluate a function? Let's say we do this at like 1.3. All right, so now I've locked that in, but notice right now the cursor is on the blue graph, which was the first one that I entered in my y equals editor. Well, maybe that's not the function I want to evaluate at the moment. So I can just use my up and down arrows over on the right hand side of my calculator keypad. And now I can say, well, all right, well, what about y2? What is the value of the function at x equals 1.3? And notice you don't even have to hit the enter button in order to get it to do this. All you really have to do is highlight the function that you want to evaluate it at, and it will tell you on the bottom. And notice that the font here is color-coded to match the graph that you're on. All right, so now I'm on the black one, even though I can't see it. The function value there at 1.3 is about 3.7. And on the green one, it's almost 0. So if I'm graphing functions and I have my graphing interface open, I can evaluate those functions from the graphing interface itself. One other neat thing that I can do if I go back to my calc menu is to locate x-intercepts for functions. So now I'm on my blue function. I don't want to be on my blue function. It's a linear function. We should be able to find the x-intercept for that. But let's say I want to find it for this red quadratic function. First thing it's going to do is ask you for a left bound. You can just use your left and right arrows here. So now it's pretty clear that there's a x-intercept right in here. So I'll make my left bound to the left of that, and then I'm going to click enter. That locks the left bound in place. I move the cursor, and then I set my right bound. It asks for a guess. You don't have to go to guess. I'd never pay attention to that. But once you hit enter, it will tell you the approximate location for that 0. This could be handy on a free response question where you can't find a 0 of a function analytically. You may have to use your graphing calculator. So this is a really good, important skill to have for students taking AP Calculus.